Hello guys, today I want to bring another wonder of dollar store to your attention. This is another power stick. You can find a bunch of these of different kinds in dollar store, but this one of brand, I don't know if you can see it, where else you can see it, Hype, right? There's a nice logo here. So it's kind of funny, I already reviewed something of Hype before, and we also looked what's inside, but this is a kind of similar but in different packaging. So I was wondering that the first one was crap in terms of like capacity and things like that, so I'm wondering if this is as crappy as the first one. And as you see, it cost 4 Canadian pesos, so yeah, it's not cheap for the crappiness. So let's take a look. I'm pretty sure it will be exactly the same, but just for for science or for the heck of it, I just want to make sure that we are talking about the same thing. And the previous ones you cannot find in the dollar store anymore. There are a bunch of these and obviously a bunch of these, which these holding much more value. I actually pick up a few of them because I have interesting project in my mind. Better value just because they are essentially one of these equal 2 of these by capacities. It's 2 batteries, it has 1 battery, but nevertheless, let's talk about this guy. So yeah, let's see what's inside. But like there is a little window on the back, and what I see on the back is just a little kind of metal casing, silver one. This time I picked the silver one, and it's really identical to the one I already destroyed because I decided to cut it out instead of opening it up. And yeah, anyways, it destroyed. Now, but now I have like a functional open frame power bank. So let's quickly open. Looks like there is some super special protection over here. I don't know why they bother, but why they bother doing this. Maybe prevent people stealing power banks of the dollar store. Okay, so what we have? Packaging side. A little piece of paper about FCC. Don't care. So we have this guy, and we have a crappy. We know this is crappy. Micro USB cable. So this is pretty much identical to the blue one, which I decided to, instead of opening, decided to cut with my bandsaw. And unknowingly that you can actually unscrew it on the one. I hope it can unscrew it. The original one wasn't unscrewable. This one's supposed to be too. Hello. Do I have to bring my bandsaw again? Cut. So let's quickly open. Looks like there is some super special protection over here. I don't know why they bother, but why they bother doing this. Maybe prevent people stealing power banks of the dollar store. Okay, so what we have? Packaging side. A little piece of paper about FCC. Don't care. So we have this guy, and we have a crappy. We know this is crappy. Micro USB cable. So this is pretty much identical to the blue one, which I decided to, instead of opening, decided to cut with my bandsaw. And unknowingly that you can actually unscrew it on the one. I hope it can unscrew it. The original one wasn't unscrewable. This one's supposed to be too. Hello. Do I have to bring my bandsaw again? Alright, so yes, it is unscrewable. I would have to do a little bit of persuasion, signs of which you can see over here. So it is unscrewable. It was super tight. I had to use Wise in order to get in. Alright, get out. Okay, this one seems to be designed better. It has this shell, and it also kept on tape, holding this crap all together, which I like a lot. This is so much better than the other one, which has just a metal tube and that's it. Yeah, and the little plasticky thingy over here. Cool. That's just go. Okay, I don't have Captain tape, so if I take it off, I won't be able to replace it, but it doesn't matter. I will replace this some whatever I have, electrical tape of some kind. Actually, it's good to buy some. I'll buy some Kapton tape. I hope it is Kapton tape. Go away. Okay, so it hold there only by... Oh, this one is so much nicer. I like it. Okay, still welded on one side. So on this side, yeah, it's totally different. Okay. So what we have here, the same pretty much CJ brand. I bet it's gonna be the same crappy quality, like the capacity will be the same. So what they've done here differently from another, oh, let me find another one. Okay, here's another one. Yeah, they look different from the first glance. They are quite a bit different. Okay, so I might legitimately say these are different things because electronically they are different. I don't have PCB neither of this one or this one, PCB schematic. I won't have time and chance to actually trace it. The elements are seems to be the same, but they look like ordered differently. And this one is obviously smaller. And what's the difference here? First of all, the plastic thingy. Another thing is they used a spring over here in order to have a contact. Over here they just welded it. On this side, oh, it's welded again, and here it was pretty much welded. So this is cool, but it's kind of stupid that they actually use the spring on one side and not another. It will be amazing that you can actually take this battery out and put some good quality battery. What I also found, it feels like this one is a bit heavier. Just for giggles, the newer one. Just for giggles, I'm gonna measure the weight of those. Yeah, it's slightly heavier. I have a theory, or actually a few other people voiced the theory that the heavier the battery, the better capacity it has. So there is also some problem I see over here, that this metal piece kind of sticks out and may potentially touch some of the other elements. So obviously this is the quality you can get out of China for cheap or out of dollar store. Soldering quality is so-so and things like that. So what I see here, at first I have a bunch of diodes and the protection, I think, MOSFETs, and 1.5 ohm resistor. Nothing on this side except 2 LEDs. How many LEDs this one has? This one has no LEDs at all. They unsoldered. That's pretty cool. The same 1.5 ohm current sense resistor. Yeah, that's a bit different electronic stuff. Pretty much the same diodes. All right. Well, I will do detailed photos of these. Of this PCB and this PCB. Well, this one I have already, but I'm just curious to well, I mean, I don't want to spend my time tracing all this stuff. It just doesn't really matter that much, but I'm curious how it really works and what elements, what electronic components it uses. But they are pretty similar. But the main question: what is the capacity of this battery? I know this stuff gonna work, whatever, yeah, but it's gonna work. But the main question: what is capacity of this battery? Let me check something else. So this thing, I don't know if it's supposed to be pre-charged, but let's see if it has any juice out of the box. Yeah, well, this thing doesn't have any juice out of the box, so essentially, well, it says pre-charged, but yeah, good luck. It's curious what the self-discharge of these things are as well. So, so next video, I probably gonna test the capacity of this one. Or actually, I will continue in this video. I'll test the capacity of this one and attach it to make it in one video. So stay tuned. Alright guys, I got some results, and I'm actually not as happy with my results as with previous power sticks from dollar store. So the first thing probably gonna tell about good stuff. So this battery seems to be a little bit higher, a little bit bigger than this battery. So it's I think its capacity about between 16 and 1700 milliampere hours, which is good because I think previous one was like close to 12 or something like that. But who knows, maybe this is if you take several of them, they will vary. But that's what I got, 1676 to be precise, is capacity of this particular battery. So I charged, I connected my charger directly over here, and I charged and discharged it. So it's roughly the same amount on number on charge and discharge. I was able to charge this guy via USB, and I was able to put till the full charging 1676 again. It's very interesting. It's pretty close to actually number I got, but it's at 5 volt, so it's a bit more energy because it's at 5 volt. Not sure where the rest of the energy go. I don't know, maybe it's just because of conversion circuit and stuff like that, or yeah, inefficient, for example, I mean DC to DC circuit. We'd like to know efficiency of this guy. And but when I charged it 1676 milliampere hour through USB, when I discharged it through directly like this, just the battery, I got roughly 1700 milliampere hour. So I'm not sure where other chunk of energy disappeared, and it does not heat up a lot, so I don't know. It's not heat. Who knows, maybe just wires, maybe resistance or something, and things like that. So there is a little bit of a discrepancy here. But the worst thing about it, another good thing. So this thing is rated 1 ampere for current through USB, but it was actually able to put out 1.3 amp before it shut down. So this is a good thing. Bad thing, at 1 amp it didn't survive more than 15 minutes. It's just, I don't know, either thermally shut down, well, but I didn't really feel anything hot, or just shut down on its own. So maybe the faulty unit. But even more, I tried to discharge it through USB using my the electronic load. Like at first it was 1 amp, then I reduced the current because I noticed it shut down like in 15 minutes. So I was discharging it at half amp, and it survived about 1 hour, but after that it still died. So I believe it's either a faulty unit or I missed something. Oh, here's like last few seconds. Okay, it's just died. Of it dying. So this discharge test went well, and I was able to squeeze out roughly 900 milliamp hours from this thing via 5 volt USB. I'm gonna rerun this test just in case, because I ran it only once. It for some reason takes a long time because you have to watch out if it's a thing dead or not, but I think it's not doing well. It's not doing well. Potentially there is a fault in this circuit. I'm gonna run it again, but this is the first test what I got. 1600 milliamp, almost 1700 milliamp hour battery, and that's all we got. So obviously it's less than what they claim over here, but not as bad as with this guy. And I think this battery is lighter, heavier, hence it has bigger capacity. Anyways guys, if you get it for like $2, buy it. If it's gonna cost $4, I don't think it's worth it. Better to buy these guys for $4. Well guys, I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, please ask, and see you next time.